Debbie Ruggles said it best on our Facebook page. The Sand Man is a Puget Sound legend. Since 1910, the Sand Man has been an icon in the South Sound. Join us for a brief tour given by volunteers from the Sand Man Foundation.
Hi, my name is Craig Kinnaman. I'm president of the Sand Man Foundation. I've been aboard this operation since 2003, actually, so for 10 years now. When I came aboard, the boat was on the dry in Swantown, and motor needed to be put back together and get running, and a little bit of stick frame of the wheelhouse was done when I came aboard. So it's just something we need to preserve for another 100 years and show just our past history and to never forget that. So.
My name is Don Taylor, and I'm from Olympia, and I'm one of the volunteers with the Sand Man Foundation. The Sand Man group, it's a nonprofit foundation that has owned this beautiful boat behind me for the last 15 years. And the mission of the group was first to restore the boat, because after working for 75 years, the wood on the boat had gotten pretty old and a lot of it needed to be restored. Now that the boat is seaworthy again, the mission of the foundation is to share it with the public. So basically this boat is like a free museum, open every weekend to the public. We're located down at Percival Landing in downtown Olympia. It was a working commercial tugboat from 1910 until about 1985. 75 years is a long working life for these old wooden boats. And by then the wood had gotten pretty old, and like I said, a lot of it needed to be replaced. Well, after being in saltwater for 75 plus years, the wood had really deteriorated. And it was leaking a lot of water by that point. It wasn't being used commercially anymore, but it was tied up at a marina. And several times the bilge pump, which is down in the bottom of the boat, is supposed to pump that water out that leaks in. Well, the pump quit working and nobody noticed it. So it filled up with water several times and poof, it became a submarine. The boat's kind of has a very interesting history. She's named the Sand Man, for example, because the guy who built the boat, starting in 1908, he owned the Olympia Sand and Gravel Company, which was located just over here behind the boat. And he needed a way to get up to Steilacoom because there was a large rock quarry up there, right down by the edge of the water. So, and she's hauled lots of other things. Of course, as everyone knows, in the South Sound, the end of Puget Sound is right here. So when we have a big ocean-going ship comes in here, you have to have two tugboats to help them turn around so they can go back to the ocean. This boat did a lot of that work back in the 1910s, 20s, 30s, and so forth. But more than that, it was pulling things, barges, rafts of logs, schooners filled with oysters that were harvested in the bay here, that sort of thing. For the last 15 years, the Sand Man Foundation, a nonprofit organization, has owned the boat and still owns the boat today. We're all volunteers. We have a board of directors. There's a 10-member board. They meet monthly and they make the official decisions on the boat. And in addition to those 10, there's another group of folks, maybe 15 or so, who like to be docents. And that's a process involving, I said earlier, the boat's open every Saturday and Sunday. Well, we have people on the boat to welcome them, the visitors aboard, tell them some of the history, and answer their questions.
We hope you enjoyed this brief tour of a Sand Man Tugboat. When you're down in Olympia at Percival Landing, check her out in person. And be sure to check out her webpage too. I'm Rachel Young. See you later.